Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Kinda Crafty Kenzie. I am Kenzie. My channel has everything to do with DIYing, crafting, turning trash to treasure, thrift flips, repurposing, upcycling, and some shopping hauls. Basically anything to do with home decor on a budget. So if that is something you love, you are in the right place. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Join my little crafty family. Put a little Kenzie in your day. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. It really helps my channel grow and I appreciate it so much. In today's video, I am sharing part 2 of my Easter tier tray decor, so let's go. For cutie number 1, I'm just going to grab this tag sign that I bought from Dollar General for $1 2 Christmases ago. I was able to remove that paper and then sand off that little bit of excess, so that made me so happy. So I could cover the entire tag with the ivory chalk paint by Waverly. I haven't used this in a minute, so I thought it would be fun to incorporate this color into today's DIYs. Then I went ahead and sanded the edges of the tag. I love when I can do this and bring out that natural wood tone color of a project versus painting on like the weather distressed look, but I know you can't always. These little bunnies came from a pack from Hobby Lobby, and I just painted them with some pretty pastel colors. All the paint is from Hobby Lobby and by FOLKART. It's like a light pink and then like sage blossom and I think just like lavender or something. But yeah, all chalk paint. So then I used my Cricut, as you can see, and just attached the little phrase, "Welcome Easter," and then attached these little bunnies onto the tag with some hot glue, and then I just simply tied a little jute twine hanger onto this and left a little rustic knot on the end. And this was so easy, but I think it's so cute. I did give the bunnies a little tiny tails with my paint marker. For cutie number 2, this little sign also came from a Dollar General last spring. I just removed that little piggy. He was attached with some staples, and then I painted the brown frame with the ivory color chalk paint. I did go ahead and remove that hanger that's on the top. I don't know why I waited till after I painted it. I did not care for the color of the chicken wire because it was kind of like a rust color, so I went ahead and just painted it with some Nimbus gray chalk paint. Then I took this little egg from Dollar Tree, filled in the hole with some spackle, and then used that same pretty pink color that I used in the first DIY to go ahead and paint the egg. Then I sanded around the edges of the egg and even down like the face of it, and did the same thing with the little frame. Then I simply just attached the egg to the frame and it fit perfectly. Just caught the ends of it, as you can see, with some hot glue. Then I took that my black paint marker and just kind of left like a little nail mark so it looked like it was like nailed together. Just gave it that more of a rustic feel. But I absolutely love this one as well. It was ridiculously easy and took like 5 minutes to make, literally, and it's just so cute. For cutie number 3, I'm going to use this. This is an arrow from Dollar Tree, but I always see house shapes with these, so that's usually what I make. I had to sand it down a little bit because it was a little rough cut. Then I just traced out the shape onto some scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby, and I love the scrapbook paper. It's so pretty. The little bunnies and like a little bit of greenery. It's nice muted tone. I love it. So then I went ahead and attached it to my little house on with school glue stick. There we go. Then I removed all the excess paper with my finger sander from Amazon, and I attached some tumbling tower blocks to the little house to help it stand up, because I am going to create like a little ground look with this popsicle stick. You can see that I measured where I wanted to cut it, cut the round edges off, went ahead and painted it with some of that pretty green, and then hot glued the entire house down onto that little popsicle stick. I needed a little bit of ground in front of my house so that I could add these adorable teeny tiny little pots that I got in a pack from Hobby Lobby. I left them in that natural wood tone color because I thought it was so pretty against that green in that scrapbook paper, and I just simply glued some little sprigs of eucalyptus down in there, and then hot glued them down onto that little platform that I now call the grass in front of this little bunny house. And then I just took some lace ribbon again that I have, I think it's from Hobby Lobby, it might have been JOANN's, and I tied a simple shoestring bow with it and attached it to the peak of this little house. And this is how this adorable little bunny house turned out. I love it. I just think it is so sweet and so, guess what? Cute. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling. For cutie number, I already forget. Darn it. I grabbed this little mug from Hobby Lobby. Did absolutely nothing with it, but did attach some vinyl to it. It's a white and yellow gingham vinyl that I got from Expressions Vinyl. Then I hot glued some Spanish moss down inside of the little mug. Colored these little chicks with my paint markers. The little chicks came from that same box of little wood pieces from Hobby Lobby that the little bunnies were in. And then after they were dried, I just glued them down into the adorable little mug. And that's it. You got your little chirping chicks brand new out of the eggs just in time for spring and Easter. This next cutie, it's a twofer. You guys know I love to do that. I love to take things and make them double-sided. So this was a piece of scrap wood that I actually had in my stash, of course. I always do. I covered it with the ivory color chalk paint I've been using. I did have to fill in that little hole on the one side with some spackle. And then I took some sandpaper and just simply went around the edges of the block of wood, like all the edges, corners, etc. It's kind of hard to see on camera because the paint is so light, and then once I sanded down the wood, it was also so light, but you can see it up close. Then I took some vinyl that I got from Expressions Vinyl, that gorgeous blue color, and just simply made these adorable little bunnies with like flowers like in their little bodies. They're so cute, I think. And just attach them to either side. One side's vertical and then the other side is horizontal. I interrupt these adorable DIYs being made to make a quick public service announcement. I need to thank all of my awesome subscribers for all of your love and support, tuning in and watching my videos, leaving inspiring and uplifting and just downright sweet comments. I appreciate you guys so, so much. I could not and would not be here without y'all. And all of my newcomers today, welcome to my channel. My name is Mackenzie, aka Kenzie. I am a stay-at-home mom to 3 little girls, and I am from a tiny, tiny rural town in Pennsylvania. As you can see, I am absolutely obsessed with crafting and DIYing, and if that is something you love, which I assume it is because you are here, you are going to love it here. So don't forget to subscribe before you go. Turn your bell notification on so you never miss an upload. I also want to let you guys know that I am over on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook, and all of my links are in my description box, the bio of my channel, and in the next video slide coming up. I would love if you come follow me over on Instagram because I'm able to interact with you guys a lot more. I share a little bit more about my personal life, and I love to see any DIYs that I have inspired you to recreate and put your own spin on it. Now back to your regular scheduled program. For this next little cutie, again, can you tell I'm using all my Christmas stash stuff? I grabbed this little shadow box that same year from Dollar General. It was also $1. Now, when I was trying to remove the backing from this, I did end up breaking it. Dollar General must use a little better glue than Dollar Tree does. But of course, I was able to fix it because that's what we do here. So I just super glued it back together, no problemo. Then I did take my sandpaper and scrape off as much glitter and that Christmas wording, mostly the coloring that I could. But I still was going to cover it with some scrapbook paper so I didn't stress too much. I got this scrapbook paper from JOANN Fabrics. It's so pretty. I love that green. It's right up my spring alley. And then I did go ahead and sand off the excess, of course. Then I simply reattached my frame. Wait, first I'm going to paint it. I painted it with it, guess what? Ivory color chalk paint. I knew I couldn't really sand this because 1, I didn't want to risk breaking it. And 2, well, mostly that's it. So I just simply gave it a really sloppy paint job. Then I went ahead and hot glued it back on to the backing. That little bunny came from that same pack of little Easter teeny tiny wood pieces that you can get from Hobby Lobby. I had so much fun using this year. And I just kept him in his natural tone and glued him down to the corner. took that same ribbon I used in the earlier DIY, that lace ribbon from Hobby Lobby, and attached it to the top of this little shadow box. And I just think that's just so simple and just refreshing and just so cute. Cute, cute, cute. So for this next one, I'm going to take this palette sign from Dollar Tree, where else, and I decided to go ahead and paint every, like, piece of wood, I guess, or whatever, plank maybe, a different color. I gave it the pink, and then that blue is actually Crystal from Waverly, and then that pink, purple, and green are the same ones I've been using the entire video from FOLKART. After they were all painted and dried, I went ahead and sanded them down very, very heavily. As you can see, I sanded in between the slats, I like the body of them, everything. Then I took this bunny. He came from Hobby Lobby, right? Michael's? Hobby Lobby? I think it's Hobby Lobby. Oh my gosh, I forget. I think it's Hobby Lobby. That's just where I get, like, all my stuff. I might have gotten him from Michael's. I can't remember. Anyways, I took him, and any bunny would work. I traced him, and now I'm simply just going to hand paint it. I love palette signs like this where, like, you know, it has the divots so it's not complete, it gets cut off, etc. You know what I'm trying to say. Absolutely, absolutely love it. I was inspired by a really large piece I saw, and I thought, oh, I could definitely do something like that, but make it mini sign, so, or, you know, tiny and cute for a cheer tray cutie. Then I just made a jute twine bow and glued it to the corner of this. I did attach some tumbling tower blocks to the back so it would stand up on its own, and I think this is so adorable. You thought I was going to say cute, didn't you? I really wanna know, really wanna know. For these next set of little cuties, they basically go together, so I'm just going to put them in here together. You can see I just grabbed some more scrap wood, painted it with the ivory color chalk paint, sanded it down a little bit, then I went ahead and printed out the words Easter and Bunny, attached them to the little pieces of wood, made that same little nail mark with my black chalk marker, chalk paint marker, there we go, whew, and then just stacked them on the tier tray. They were pretty much free, and they're just perfect. For this next little DIY, I'm going to grab this little carrot. As you can see, it had like a really cool protective covering over it. I actually got this from a company called 24 Hour Crafts. They're located here in Markleysburg, PA, and you guys have got to check them out. I'm non-sponsored or anything like that. I just stumbled upon them recently, and they have everything you can possibly think of to craft with, like wood-wise, like any kind of shape. It's so cool. You'll see so much because I went crazy. Anyways, so I will leave their website link down below in my description box. Please go make sure you check them out. You can get anything, any thickness you want, and they go from as big as 1 inch to 36 inches. So, as you can see, this little carrot, I just painted orange and green like a carrot would be. I did mix my orange with some ivory chalk paint to kind of lighten it up, painted it that pretty green sage blossom color, and then tied some twine around it. And instead of tying a bow, I went ahead and strung a couple tiny natural wood tone beads, there we go, on it, and I just think it is so, so adorable. For my last little cutie today, I'm going to use this adorable little M with the bunny ears and the bunny tail. I got this from Dollar Tree this year. They do include a jute twine hanger, but I decided to omit that and cover up the little holes with some spackle. And I did paint the entire one side of the M, the ear, tails, everything white. And then the other side, I just painted the M and the ears. I was going to put scrapbook paper on it and leave the little tail white, but I decided to go ahead and cover the entire side with scrapbook paper, and then I could have one side white and then one side scrapbook paper. It's nice having your initial be M because you can do that. You can flip it, it's never backwards. So I did apply it with my glue stick and then my finger sander. I went in and scraped all the excess off. I did go pretty heavy along the edges so you could get that little bit of rustic weathered look where I brought a little bit of that wood tone through. I thought it turned out so cute. And that's it, you guys. That concludes part 2 of my Easter tier tray cutie series. Part 1 is on my channel, linked in the tier tray playlist, and I will also link it in the cards. I hope you guys enjoyed all the tier tray cuties I made for this year's Easter season. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Let me know which one was your favorite, or which ones were your favorite, down in the comments below. If I inspire you to make anything like this, don't forget to tag me over on Instagram. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe and join my little family. And I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. Really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down.